Welcome back to Graceful Art Designs. Today I'm hoping to paint a picture of a fawn caught in a thicket, but unlike this one which I did in oil and which I'm using as my sketch to give me some guidance, I will be painting on an acrylic pour. So I'll first be pouring out the colours. I'll be pouring out a sort of greenish, pale green here and on the side. No, my kitty, get down, get down. And then a creamy colour in the centre where the fawn will be, and then blue at the top for the sky. And then over that I will pour the colours. You'll see how I'll lay them down. Here you can see I've laid down the colours. I did the cream in the centre, which was a mixture of titanium white and a drop of yellow. And then I put the green around the side, and then I tilted it, and a lot of the green came off, some mixed with the cream. And then I put the blue on the top, and I haven't tilted it again. I know my table's not even, and I know a lot of it is going to blow off. So I'm going to just leave it as it is. And I'm going to lay down the colours, starting with the colour of the fawn, this burnt sienna. And I can do it in a number of ways. I can just, do it where the fawn's head and body are going to be, or I can do it as if I was going to do a normal Dutch pour and just make a sort of stripe from either from this corner to that one, sort of going down. I might do that, or I could do this way. Yeah, I think I'll do this way. I can do that way. I'll do that way. And I'm not just going to use the burnt sienna, I'm going to use a mixture of colours, but depending on where. For example, in the body and the head, I'm going to mainly use the burnt sienna. But in the trees and the leaves and the branches, I'm going to add a whole lot of other colours, whatever I've got left. There's pink and red and gold and everything to make a lovely, interesting blowout. So I might add a bit more brown here, just to make branches of trees. And obviously I need more for the head and the body. The limbs. But it's abstract, so it really doesn't have to be any one particular colour, or even actual colours. It can just be colours of your imagination if you want. So now I'm going to put some green down in places over the burnt sienna. Not everywhere. I mean, I do want green around the fawn's head and around the foliage. So do some more up there into the sky. And I'm not going to blow it exactly as a traditional blowout. I'll blow it more to sort of where I want the shapes to be. So that's some green. I do need a lot more green, I think. And then I will add some, since it's a fall painting, it's not going to be as much green as in that fawn, although there were other colours there, and you can see the tree colour there. But this is a mixture of gold and orange. I'm just going to pour it, hope it's not too thick. I've mixed all my paints with some Pebeo pouring medium this time. Since my base coat was made with Pebeo titanium white, the store didn't have Amsterdam, so I decided, well, I might as well add Pebeo pouring medium to everything then. So there's a bit of red adding there and here. So there will be different colours in the foliage. So I'm doing a very gentle blowout with the hairdryer from a distance and on the first setting and on cold. And so I don't want to blow it, I don't want to cover the whole canvas with a blowout. I do want more of it covered than just the centre part, but not exactly. So you'll see what I'm doing. If it works out, of course, with no knowing it will work out. So that's how it's turned out. Not exactly like, big petals like a normal acrylic pour, but that's fine. I'll work on it. So I'm going to use a paintbrush that's a bit hard, but it's been soaking in the water. I'm going to just leave the paint to settle a bit because I need it to run off. There's no point in trying to shape something when the paint is still running. You're going to just get, the paint is going to move. So I'm going to wait until it settles. I'll keep scraping off the drips. And when it stops dripping, then I'll know it's time to shape the fawn. I scraped my drips a number of times. You can see I'm scraping it again. And nothing much is coming off. A little drip here or there. That was from before. So I've made some tea. And my tea and my homemade chocolate chip cookie are waiting now for me. So as soon as I have shaped this fawn, I can enjoy my snack. And then start my next oil painting. So what I'm going to do now is I've wet this brush. It's softened. And I've just dry it off on a piece of paper towel. Oh, I've got a piece of stuff stuck to my shoe. So the way the paint has dried, well, originally it more or less dried in the shape of the fawn, except the fawn head was up here and the ears were up there. And it was lovely, but I tilted it, and then of course I lost the whole shape. Everything blurred, and I lost all my greens, and then I tried blowing with my mouth, and mouth blowing does not give the same results as blowing with hairdryer. So then I put back more green, more gold, more of the burnt sienna, and I just reshaped it. So I've got a lot of lovely soul mixes. You can see there and there. I had more in the beginning actually, but I'm quite happy with this amount. And you can see the lovely mixing of the colors here. So it's really difficult because I'm leaning at an angle, but I'm going to try and do the head looking at my fawn over there. Try and do the head up here, the ears there. They're quite long ears. So I'm going to wipe off the brush, and more of a pointy look there. And then the little head, wipe off the brush. And so it's extremely difficult holding the phone and trying to do this shape. Looking at the painting, you've got to have some sort of sketch or diagram to do your outline from. I mean, if you're a very experienced artist, maybe you can do it without, but it's difficult because you can't really see your way in this. And you can see, even though the paint has settled for some time, it's settling back again. So I'm losing the design. So I may have to wait a little longer. I'm going to do the fawn shape that way, since most of the colour is that way, so it'll be different to that one. I just wanted to take another video from close-up, just to show you all the lovely colour blending that you get with acrylic pouring that you just would never get with a paintbrush, and with oil or with acrylic. It's just completely unique. And so I really love it. I really love the colours. I do not enjoy the mess, but that's what it is. But you can see there are lots of little cells, and it's going to look really pretty. The colours might even. The paint kept moving, so I had to reshape the head again. And I can see there's a little smudge there as well already. And I decided to reshape the leaves, make them a bit more interesting, make them more like oak leaves. And so some of them are mixed with the other leaves and just added a lot more stalks. How many of them will remain, it remains to be seen. But I can always just paint in or paint over what I don't like once it's dry. That's the whole beauty of this style of painting. You can either paint while it's dry, paint while it's wet. It's up to you. But basically I think I have shown that you can really paint. You can blow out anything and then shape it into anything. So you could do a ring pour. You could do just a swipe if you wanted to, with interesting colours, and you could shape that into whatever you wanted to. I still want to do a dove, although I've done so many dove paintings, but I want to do a dove with nice colours and then highlight it with gold. Just because the very first one I did didn't work out, it was just an experiment. But now I know what to do, I know I can do it. So I'll let this really dry now, I don't think I'll interfere anymore, and see how it turns out, and then decide what I'm going to leave and what I'm going to cover up with fresh paint. But I think if it stays as it is, I might just leave it as it is. I don't think I need to outline it with the fawn colours or with the green, but I'll see. My fawn has dried and I think he looks very cute. I like everything about him. Compared to the oil painting, well, he's much more abstract. The oil painting is much more realistic, but I like the foliage, I like his outline. Definitely I could have waited a bit longer. I shouldn't have made the initial outlines, but you know, it's very hard when you have a vision, you want to see it happen. So it took 3 outlines before the paint finally stopped moving, even though it wasn't dripping down the side. But I like the way I've done the foliage, and the colours are all just perfect. So there's a little bit of blue in the sky, the same as in the oil painting. There's a lot of foliage, and one thing I don't have to do in my previous blowouts where I've outlined roses or sunflowers or whatever it was that I was doing, a bird, I've had to go back in and redo the edges in the colour of the object, the rose or whatever it was. Whereas here I don't think I need to do that. I think just as when you do an acrylic blowout and you then do a botanical design and you just leave the outline, you don't go back over it, I can leave the outline just as it is. I mean, I could possibly, I don't know where, maybe add a bit more of the green here, maybe a bit more foliage here or there. I could add a bit more colour back into the foliage there, but it's really not necessary. I think I'm quite happy to just leave it as it is. Anyway, I'll leave it as it is for this painting, and I look forward to hearing your comments and tell me what you think I should do. Should I go back in and add a little black nose like that fawn and add in the dark eyes, or leave his eyes this greenish colour? Leave the ears without the inner part too demarcated. I did do it, but it's obviously the paint sank back in. Just should I leave it as it is or make any changes to make it look a bit more realistic? What do you think? I really am happy with it as it is. For a change, I don't really need to change either the background or the inner part. I love the mixing of the colours, the way it's all come together. It's just, to me, it's just a lovely result. So thank you for watching, and please let me know what you think in the comments, and remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Bye for now.